Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Inga Cotton. I'm the founder and executive director of San Antonio Charter Moms, and these are Charter Moms Chats, and we're going live to share with families information they need to keep their kids learning and busy and happy during the pandemic. And our guest today is Dariela Galindo, who I have known since she was in like 4th grade. But she is now a sophomore at Travis Early College High School. Let me pop that up on the banners. There we go. Okay, and she wrote a beautiful guest post for us today, and it's up on the blog at San Antonio Charter Moms, sachartermoms.com, and there's a link to her blog post in the description of the video. But I'm so excited to have her as a guest on Charter Moms Chat, so we can like talk through what she wrote about in the post. So this is kind of part of our student stories. We try to feature, student perspectives about education. And Dariela made a change for high school, so that's what I wanted to ask her about. So welcome. Thank you, Dariela.
Thank you for having me. Hello, everybody.
Yeah. Okay. So I was wondering if you could talk about your school choice journey, like some of the different schools you went to along the way, and kind of what was your journey to find the right high school to go to.
So I've been at Great Heart since I was in 4th grade, so a very long time. I went through middle school and almost high school, but there was something like lacking. I felt like there was a lack of something, like somebody in a leadership position that really that looked like me, that could relate to like my culture. And like it's a whole nother topic, but like it felt really with the curriculum, it was very one-sided. Like, I just didn't match the curriculum anymore. So my parents, like, they always told me, if you're not happy, you have tons of other choices. There's a variety of other places you can go to. So I think in my 8th grade year, we went to the SAISD experience, and it's kind of like a college fair, but for high school. And I was really impressed by CastMed. It was a new school opening, so we put in the application, and they gave me an offer, but I declined it. I was like, no, I can't leave my friends yet. And then we took an open house with Travis, and I was like, wow, I love this. Like, it was really nice. But I still wasn't ready. But then I got an offer to Travis, I think February of my 9th grade, and I'm like, okay, I think it might be time. So that summer, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go, and I applied. Yeah.
Yeah. So, so Travis Early College High School. I guess for folks who don't know about it, like, can you kind of describe like what's unique about it? So like, it's right next to San Antonio College, right?
That's right next to SAC. Mm-hmm. So, sorry for cutting you off. So Travis is like a dual enrollment. So you take your high school classes with your SAC with your college classes. And so when you graduate from high school, you're also getting your associate's degree, which means if you go into like an in-state college, like a Texas, you only have 2 more years for college, and then you graduate with your bachelor's. So it's pretty impressive. And like I said, SAC is right down the street. So you can right after lunch, you walk down to your classes. But I mean, I haven't done that yet, but it sounds fun.
That's right. So you're still doing, because you're doing distance learning. So actually, that was one of the pictures I put in the post as I took off your mom's Facebook page. It was like from your first day of distance learning at Travis Early College High School, but it was working from home. So, but actually, that's in your post too, is talking about sort of pandemic stuff. Okay. So for students who are maybe like middle school age right now, like about the age you were when you went to like experience SAISD, what would be your advice for them about if they're thinking about what high school they should attend, like how they should get information, like what kinds of questions they should ask about a high school?
My sister's in middle school, so she's also thinking about high school, and I tell her, you don't have to go into like one, like you don't have to pick public, you don't have to pick charter, you don't have to pick private, like you can even do homeschool, just like options. It's whatever fits you. And for me, it's kind of like when you pick a college, like I was looking at how big the class size was, like the student culture, the classes that were offered, like AP and honors. I really looked at that because I wanted that AP credit. And just like the diversity among the staff to the board and the students was also really important. Like you want everybody's culture on display there at your school that you choose.
Yeah. No, that's good. I think that's one of the great things about I guess, okay, so like a lot of the moms in the San Antonio Charter Moms discussion group, like I think it you know, tilts towards families with younger children. You know, they're asking about kindergarten and first grade, things like that. But you know, as kids get older, I think they should have more of a say in what school they go to. And you know, it's like as a parents, like we can kind of guess like what our kids might be interested in when they're teenagers, but then when they actually get to be teenagers, like you got to ask them and you got to listen.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's how my parents were. They were just like they would guide me into different ways, but like everything was up to me. Like if I was happy with it, they were going to be happy with it. So they supported my choice.
yeah, I just want to say Dariela's parents are awesome. I'm sure they're watching. Hi guys.
Are they watching?
um, yeah. Okay. So I want to ask you a little bit more about like diversity, equity, inclusion, and you know, so what it matters to you about representation, like as far as the like faculty and leadership and curriculum and things like that, and like so like what do you feel are the positive aspects of being at a school where you feel represented in the curriculum and in the people?
I think okay, yeah, I really think it's like super critical that you have representation of like every single like culture in your curriculum and in like your faculty. Like I don't know, like you have to get like that full story of every of like I don't know, like I like to say like the full story. Like you can't just have like certain sides of like your history class. You need I don't know how to explain it, but you need that full story. You can't have like that one side of one story. Like you know how you tell a story, you just need everybody's input. Kind of like yeah. So you kind of put everybody's culture on display. You know you it's more inclusive. It's not like exclusive.
Yeah, it's like it's not history written by just one side, but it's history by all the cultures that are represented in it. Yeah. Oh, you're dead. Embarrassing Darielle. It's her dad. He's watching. She seriously does have awesome parents, though. They're yeah, you know, and it's not just about like parents making decisions for kids, but it's like is your parents like let you get involved in the choice, and I think that's great. I think whenever possible, you know, it's like the older your kids get, like the more you should let them have a say. Um, okay, so I want to be sure and ask you about your community service activities. I know you're super active outside of school. I was wondering if you could talk about like what are some of the organizations that you've been involved with, and what things you've learned from those experiences.
Okay. I love community service. I'm in Teens Give Back. It's a leadership organization, and they offer a bunch of opportunities to just volunteer at like animal shelters or like making food for homeless, or like there's a bunch of other opportunities like the food bank. And so it's really fun. I really like giving back and like doing more for your community, even if you're like at a young age. And then there's NHI, the National Hispanic Institute, and I've been with them since last year. I'm a staff member this year. I feel like I'm like getting like to a newer level like each year. And we had our first tournament last year, and I was in the virtual ones. I was completely like confused, but like I still did really good. I was really proud of myself for like getting through both of those programs. And I think the most that I took out of them was that you don't really have to wait until until you have like a degree, until you're older to start making like a change to your community. You can start now. You can start using your voice now.
Yeah, yeah, that's really important. I think, I mean, one reason why like I do posts like this and you know invite folks like you to come on is that I think it's really important. Like, don't underestimate what kids know and what they observe and the kind of judgment that they have, right? Because I think kids know a lot more than sometimes adults give them credit for, and they're already thinking about solutions. They're already invested in making the world better. So that's why it's important to like you know have these conversations and not just you know adults making the decisions for everybody because
Exactly.
yeah yeah because I remember how it felt to be a kid, you know, and sometimes like in school I felt like I wasn't being listened to and I was like y'all are doing this wrong, there's a better way to do this. And so I still remember how that felt. So that's why I try to make space to ask you know folks like you like okay what you know what things need to change, what things do we need to do better, because kids have full of good ideas. Well, I wanted to ask you about pandemic life because like I know it's hard on moms, it's hard on like young children who don't understand, don't want to wear masks, or but I think it's really hard on like teens and young adults, because this is a time when you want to be living your life, and like you've had a lot of things in your life disrupted because of the pandemic. So I was wondering if you could kind of share about that.
Yeah, so pandemic life is like there's a lot of like negativity to it. I don't really like it. I mean, it's taken like so much from me, and there's like I don't think I could say anything good about it. There's like a lot of isolation that comes with it, a lot of like loneliness. You're just home with like your dog on the computer, and it like week after week it feels like a routine. So I can see why it's really disheartening. Um, and it's taken a lot. I mean, I can't do anything online. I can't see my friends. I haven't seen my King's Sit court since like last March. It's crazy how I've gone this long without seeing anybody.
Yeah, no, and I was all ready. Like I had it on the calendar. I was like so excited to go to your Keats, and like, and then like, how many times has it been rescheduled?
This is the 6th or the 5th. We have to keep making the invitation thing again, and it's kind of funny, but it's sad.
I'm glad you could laugh about it, because it is sad. But by the time you actually get to have that Keats, it's gonna be like the biggest, like most memorable Keats ever, because everyone's gonna be like, I am so ready for this.
Everybody's just waiting.
Yeah, yeah. But it is really hard. And yeah, it'll be great when we can, all get together again. And I feel bad, because I feel like it's like I'm old, each year is kind of like the next one, right? But for you, it's like each year is unique, right? And it's like some young children don't remember what it was like before the pandemic. Like I have friends with like 2, 3-year-old kids, and that's all they can remember. They can't remember non-pandemic life. So
Or the things we would do when the pandemic was around. Probably we went bowling.
yeah, yeah. And my son really misses. There's restaurants like you pick or pizza. He misses, and my daughter misses donuts. There's yeah. So yeah, I mean, everyone's got their own rules, but yeah. Well, I'm glad you have Nico the dog, and I guess we've been hearing him just a little bit in the background, but
I'm
he's in
sorry.
the post too. No, no, it's totally fine. Pets are welcome on Charter Moms chats. They're always welcome. Yeah. Um, well, cool. Well, oh, okay. We've got some comments. Oh, Principal Flores. He says, great job.
Thank you.
He's great. He really has a heart for teens. He's a principal down on the south side at an early college high school. So aw, your dad says perseverance. That's really true. That's what it takes to get through pandemic life, and especially for young people. Um, yeah. Okay. Well, if we could sort of, I guess, recap, like, like I mean, you successfully made a transition to a new high school that is a better fit for you, and you feel more diversity, more representation. Like you feel like the curriculum and the students, the faculty are more aligned with your culture, and they present a range of cultures. And you're getting ready for college because you're earning college credit at an early college high school. If you could just kind of recap, like, for like teens who are thinking about their decision about where to go for high school, what are your tips for them?
I think a big one is like overthinking it. Like I know I was really scared because it was COVID, and I'm like, I don't even know what these next months are like, and I need to choose a new school. But like it was kind of simple. Like it doesn't. I don't think I think I made it really hard. I think you don't have to overthink it. I think you just have to look at what fits you and what fits like your future. Like, is this high school going to prepare you for your future? Do you think you're going to get enough attention from your teachers to like do well, to succeed? And like what I said, your school culture, and your like diversity. Those are like the points.
Yeah, yeah. And I guess it's going to be a little different for each student and for each family. But I think those are pretty universal. I think like feeling like there are people there who are supporting you, and that the school is getting you closer to your goals, as best as you can tell at a young age. But that's what's fun about I think teenagers is like they are starting to become who they're meant to be. And as long as we adults can stop and listen and let them speak, they have a lot to teach us.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, are there any organizations that you want to give shout outs to, or like kind of, I'm used to doing like a call to action at the end of the of the chat, right? So I can tell people like, hey, look up SAISD choice schools, right? Because that's Travis Early College High School is one of those. But do you have any shout outs or calls to action that you want to share?
Teens Give Back. Our year is almost over, so if you want to apply by the end of the summer, we need a lot of people. And for NHI too, I think I need to check. I don't know if we're still taking any more GDXers, so like ninth grade, any freshmen. We still need some GDXers. I'll see if they can join though. I'm not quite sure, but we always need new people, and especially next year, we're gonna be off to like a lot of people. We're gonna have a lot of people joining, so as many people as we can get, whatever grade. I think 9th to 10th because you need to finish your GDX. But yeah, they're all like good experiences, and they're really gonna prepare you for the future.
Yeah. There's a lot. Kids can learn a lot from community service. It kind of opens up your world, especially once the pandemic's over. Then you can actually the world will really open up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, great. Well, Dariela, thank you so much for writing this wonderful guest post, and thank you for joining me on Charter Mom Chats. And check your inbox because I'm going to send you links to the videos and stuff. Okay.
Thank you for having me, Inga. Bye.
Bye. Take care.
Yeah.